What's up, everybody? I'm here with the one, the only Brandan Watts, Mr. Owner of Legacy Nightlife and co-owner of Showcase MMA. How you doing tonight, brother? Hey, man, I'm living the dream, brother. You know, just relaxing, chilling, enjoying everything, man. So, man, how's everything going with Legacy Nightlife and everything like that?
Man, it's crazy right now. Because of this virus, I can't really do anything. Everything that I do requires more than 10 people. So kind of at a standstill.
So that being said, I mean, are you going to go to the uh, you're not allowed to have more than 10 people in the room? Are you going to go to the, just shoot a live feed of the fights and, have no one there? Are you canceling?
No, no, I don't think so. I think that, we had one event scheduled in April, which was in Myrtle Beach, but it's actually been moved back. It's now May the 9th. So, according to what President Trump said earlier, we're still on this 30-day ban from that many people. So it kind of puts us right into going into May, and hopefully everything works out and we can make these things happen.
Yeah, man. I mean, for sure. Because, I mean, as a fighter and as you know, a person that loves to come watch Showcase MMA, I love the promotion you run, man. I mean, it was really easy to deal with when I was fighting for you. It's really easy to come through whenever I need to come watch some fights. I mean, either way, I mean, it's been truly a blessing for you to have, that promotion in this area for all the up and coming fighters. I mean, so what's your big fights that are coming up? I mean, you got anything huge planned? I mean, anything in the works? What's going on
Well,
there?
as of right now, we've got the Myrtle Beach show moved to May the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Johnson City May the 23rd. We've got the big fight with Chandler and Jeremiah. And then we've also got one scheduled in Greenville, South Carolina in June on the 27th, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
So I mean, you still got stuff moving. I mean, that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, I last time we talked, I heard about how hard you work. I mean, you say you're up till 3 a.m. most nights. Banging your head against the wall trying to get stuff
Oh
together.
yeah, gotta go. I mean,
uh,
you're a fighter.
yeah.
The conversations that we have.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, so let me ask you this: since this has been such a hot topic on our channel, what
Okay.
what do you, as a promoter, think of the Jeremiah Chandler Cole fight?
Uh, that's not something that I can really talk about. Um,
Got you.
you know, uh, in reality, I like both of the guys. So, I just hope that uh, when it comes down to it, if the fights are on May 23rd, on May 22nd, when we have the weigh-ins, as long as everybody acts professional and leaves it all in the cage at the end of the night on the 23rd, I
Yeah.
don't care. I like the talking. I like when people go back and forth. It makes things exciting. So, I'm perfectly fine with that part of it.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna be a huge fight that's gonna happen around this area, and it's gonna sell a lot of tickets for y'all. I mean, I'm excited. I know everyone else is excited. Um, Dalton Gowen said, "I'm facing off against Watts on May 23rd." So, yeah. I mean, you got Preston Schick fighting here soon. He's making his second pro fight? I think is what it is now.
I, I think it's his second MMA fight. Yes,
Okay, okay, cool. I
as
mean,
far as the pro,
yeah. I mean, he's a
he's fighting at the Myrtle Beach show.
okay, okay.
Yes.
So
So
yeah,
we've got a ton of talent in on the Myrtle Beach show. You've got Jeremiah Scott. You've got I mean, my mind is there's so many guys out there. Brandon Bouchard, all of those guys, next level element or next element. I like everything's good out that way. As long as we can. get this virus behind us, that'll be a huge night.
Yeah, man. I mean, and that's the crazy thing is, I remember the first Showcase MMA show up to now. How did you come about Showcase MMA? Was it with Casey? Was it just something that like light bulb clicked on? What was it?
Yeah, so you know, um, I'm trying not to get too in depth with the
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
Uh, you know, me and Casey have always worked really well together.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we have the same values. We both work extremely hard at what we do. Uh, so it was kind of a no brainer. We kind of just happened to land a venue, and we needed to have some fights. So me and him said, all right, let's just do it, and it kind of grew from there, and it's been a huge blessing for all of us.
Yeah, all those pieces of the puzzle kind of start falling in together left and right, and now look where you're at. I mean, you're definitely one of the top premier promotions in this area for up and coming fighters, pro fighters, the whole nine. Um, as busy as a guy as you and Casey are, how do y'all stay motivated to keep doing this month to month, night after night?
Well, you know, you've got obviously I've got legacy, and Casey's got his gym,
Yeah,
and he's got his family and stuff. It kind of gets a little crazy at times. But for the most part, again, we work so well together that we just kind of, you know, if we're sinking in one little detail, then one of us will pick it up and
yeah,
run with it. So it's really good. It's a good atmosphere, and of course we've got our principles. We actually care about the fighters. We care about the fans. We want to give the fans good fights,
yeah.
solid fights that bring some excitement to it. Not many people want to just come out and watch a bunch of A side fighters fight a bunch of B side fighters that shouldn't
Yeah,
be in
yeah, of course. I mean it. I mean, you got to put together stuff that's going to entertain the crowd. It's going to get the fighters excited to go out there, train, put on the awesome shows they do. And I mean, in that sense, it kind of keeps y'all motivated. Like, okay, what's the next big thing we can do? What's next? What's bigger than this? I mean, and
And
that.
and and, and I'll tell you, I've got a little announcement that nobody knows about yet.
Oh,
So we'll drop it right here for you guys.
let's do it. Let's do it. Let's hear it.
So in the Tri Cities, years ago, the place to be was Meadowview.
Yeah.
Um, people haven't done anything there in several years, and we'll be there in October. It's already signed and
Oh,
ready to go.
awesome, awesome. I mean, so I think the last show I've watched at Meadowview was probably the what was it, the USAA, whatever it was. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it had like Anthony Boyd fighting on it, Chandler
Right.
Cole versus Brock Walker on it. Dustin
Was
Long.
that the one? Was that the one that Tyler Minton was the main event?
I think so. If I'm not wrong, I mean that was years and years ago.
Yeah, I think I think
so
I think that was probably the last fight that I went to there at Meadowview.
yeah, yeah.
Was Tyler.
God, I mean that was. I mean if
And if you really
that's
think about it, man, that's been several years back.
yeah. I mean I've been hitting the head who knows how many times since then. I mean, man. I mean it's gonna be huge. I'm excited. Do you got an exact date lined out, or is it still in the works on the date? What's the
No, let's see here. Let me pull it up. Like I've got so many dates, it's crazy. So it's October the 10th.
October the 10th? Let's see. Jimmy Neely said it was Freedom Fighters, and Scott Price was the promoter.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So yeah, that was. Let's see. That was before my first fight, so that had to be 2016, 2015. So yeah, about 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, I mean that's gonna be a huge show. I'm excited for that one. But yeah, man. I mean,
I got a question for you,
yes,
brother.
sir. Yes, sir.
Look, man, when are we going to see you in the cage?
Well, man, when I can get time to train and I don't have to work 80 hours a week, I will fight. That's the plan. I'm trying to get everything set in line. I've been itching like a fiend to fight over the past couple months. I mean, just starting this podcast, talking to other fighters again, I'm like, okay, I got to figure this out for myself and get my rear end back in the gym.
Right.
I mean, it's a timing thing, man. If I didn't, like I said, if I didn't work so much and didn't come home and pass out from being so tired from work, I would fight tomorrow.
Right.
But I'm fat, out of shape, and all that good stuff. So, but man, when I'm ready to fight, man, I will definitely holler at you before I do anybody else. You know that.
I appreciate that.
I mean, so man, I mean, that's all the questions I've got, man. I mean, you got a shout out to anybody that you want to shout out to or anything?
No, no, not really. I mean, I just appreciate all of the fighters trusting us, allowing us to do these things. Obviously without the fighters we can't do these fights.
Exactly.
Same goes for the fans. You can't. I watched that last UFC fight. With no fans, and man, without the fans, there's just
It's
it
not
doesn't
the
feel
same.
right.
It's not the same.
It's not exciting. And I'm real curious about what they're going to do with Khabib and like I don't know if they're going to do the fans or no fans. If you don't do fans, is that fight as exciting? I don't know. I
I
don't know.
in my opinion, as a fan, no. As a fighter, seeing different techniques and stuff like that, like two techniques matching up against each other, yes.
Right,
But I mean, the fan part of me takes over the more exciting part than does the technique. Because I can sit there and watch a technique and go, "Oh, that's cool." But as a
right.
fan, I'm like, "Let's go! Come on, finish him! Let's go! Let's go!" I
And,
mean,
and and of course, both of those guys are so talented, and you're going to see some crazy stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's
but
not.
but like, or, I mean, what do you feel? How do you feel about no fans in the middle?
Uh, as a fighter, I don't think it would motivate me enough to perform as well as I usually would, just because I like to please my fans. I like to give my fans their money's worth in a fight. But as a fighter in me, it's still, hey, I'm going out here to get a paycheck. Let's fight.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I mean
absolutely,
I mean those guys, both of them are about to get paid huge checks for that fight.
absolutely.
Uh,
I,
so I mean it's gonna be weird. Roberto Villa said Khabib versus Ferguson will take place on a ship in the middle of the ocean.
and look, and because it's the fifth time that they're supposed to fight, that actually could happen.
who
That's
who
the
knows?
craziest part of
It's like the
it.
whole
Look,
Tony.
they might rent out an old Kmart building and get to.
Who knows? Who knows? They might just have it in Dana White's backyard for all we know. Who knows?
But you never know. But I guess am I wrong that they can't do it in the United States? Is that the
From
well?
what
I guess you can't.
I
Well, no. I mean, I guess you can. You just can't do any fans. Absolutely not.
yeah, which I think
Um,
I think what the UFC is doing is we're trying to find somewhere overseas where they can do it with fans to, I mean, maximize their money. I mean, there's
I
no,
mean, that's absolutely.
yeah,
They make a ton of money on pay-per-views, but you still need those fans in the
hmm
seats.
I mean, it's like I know when the whole coronavirus lockdown stuff started happening, the stadium they were originally going to have it at, they closed down, and Dana White was like, "Well, we'll just have it at our place where they shoot, the Contender Series."
Right, right.
And then they're like, no more than 10 people, and they're like, "Oh crap, okay, let's take a step back, let's figure all this out." So I guess
I
we'll.
mean, watching his interviews, I feel like there's probably a lot of pressure on Dana to
Oh,
to make this happen. Obviously, uh, I don't know if you've read, but the uh, eh, the Muslim
mm-hmm.
time is like literally the week after those
Yeah,
fights.
yeah.
So if Khabib doesn't fight in that fight, then it's going to be months
Oh
before
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what they're.
that's really trained during that time frame. So I mean, you're probably looking at a 4 to 5 month pushback.
Oh yeah, hands down. I mean, and that's. I mean, it's a very time sensitive thing. I mean, to get everything figured out. I mean, it's crunch time. I mean, that fight's supposed to happen middle of next month, I think, if
Yeah,
I'm not wrong.
that's on
So
the 18th.
yeah, so a couple weeks away, they better figure something out.
Who do you got?
I've got Khabib. I'm a huge Khabib fan. I love the style he fights, and I love it when he tries to talk smack on the mic, just in that
I,
broken English.
I like it. I like it. But I will say that he's never fought anybody like Tony, and
No,
Tony has never fought anybody like Khabib.
yeah, that's
So it's going to be. I think it's going to be fireworks. Man, it's so hard telling what happens. It could be the most boring fight ever, but I don't think it will be. It depends on
it.
the the
It could
the level changes and that sort of thing.
exactly, and it could be
He
easily
takes it down and
another situation like Yoel and could be or Yoel and Izzy. I mean,
oh yeah, man, that was by far the worst fight I've ever
yeah,
watched in my life. But technically speaking, I understood.
yeah,
But as a fan, it was terrible. Like
yes,
who wants to watch that?
yeah,
I
exactly.
obviously I'm not the fighter and I'm not the one in the cage. But in a situation like that, as a fan, you just want to see him just go nuts.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
Just start
exactly.
throwing the punches and go for the knockouts and be done with it. That's what we want as fans. But I get it. I understand.
Yeah, I mean it's just one of those fights, man. I mean they happen once in a blue moon, but when they build up a fight with that much hype, like oh this is gonna happen, this could happen, and then nothing happens, everybody's like kind of let down. Which, like you said, I don't think this is gonna happen with Khabib and Ferguson, just because their style of fighting, they're both pressure fighters. They're both always on the attack. They're looking for takedowns. They're looking for elbows, whatever. But who knows that their two different styles cancel each other out, and they
Exactly.
don't do
Exactly.
nothing. I mean,
Because I don't know. I don't. Tony works really well off of his back, but you know, has he had somebody with the strength that Khabib has that just hold him down? I don't know, man. It's going to be a fight for sure.
yeah, for sure. I mean, so speaking of that fight, do you think the winner? So, do you think Conor McGregor should fight the winner of that fight, or?
Absolutely not.
Thank you. Okay, glad we're on agreement
Absolutely.
here. um,
I mean, I like Connor, but has he earned that fight? Absolutely not.
no,
You know, I,
no.
I you know, obviously Khabib took him to the woods and so therefore getting an immediate rematch is crazy.
Yeah,
You know, that be your next fight after beating someone like Cowboy. Like really,
yeah, yeah. I mean, you.
that
I mean,
that makes you a contender again. I don't think so. I think that what if they want to put him in my opinion, is he fights the loser of that fight.
okay.
I think because in reality, I think both those guys be bad.
Oh,
I think
hands
I
down.
think that, I think that Tony Ferguson would make his face look like hamburger meat.
I mean, you thought that what Khabib did to Connor was bad. When you got a guy with sharp elbows who's fantastic off his
and
bag,
and he's crazy.
yeah, he don't care, and I think that's what kind of keeps Tony winning. Like he'll get knocked down, and he's like, "All right, whatever, let's go, come on,"
Right,
and he
right.
goes right back to the attack. I
You know,
mean,
and he's the type of fighter that he's constantly he just bites on his mouthpiece and goes to town.
yeah,
And I like that sort of thing. Obviously again I'm not the fighter, so
yeah.
I'll look at it completely different. But man, that dude he's perfectly fine with taking 85 shots to his nose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's just going to keep coming forward, and
Ex-
I like that, and I don't think that Connor can handle that.
no.
Connor's got his left hand, and he's going to, as soon as the bell rings, he's gonna go and throw a haymaker real quick, and then I think after that, you don't see Connor doing anything else.
Yeah, I mean those are two of the best 155ers on the face of the earth, hands down, no
Absolutely.
questions about it. What I think Connor needs to fight somebody like a Justin Gaethje, you
Oh
know.
yeah, and I think Justin beats him.
Yeah, I mean somebody like that or Kevin Lee, someone that's close to being on that, that contender Charles
I,
Oliveira.
I do think that Connor beats Kevin Lee.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but I don't want to say that Connor's past his prime because that's not the case.
mm,
Um, but does he have the same heart that he had before? I don't know. He's made all the money that he can possibly make.
yeah,
He doesn't care about that now. So I don't know. He came out against Cowboy looking real good,
yeah,
but again, that's Cowboy. That's. I'm not saying Cowboy's a bad fight by any means, but Cowboy fights every 3 weeks.
yeah. I
You
mean,
know, McGregor hasn't fought since Khabib beat him, and so it didn't really prove anything to me.
exactly. And what I think what happened with Connor
And,
is Khabib humbled him, and when Khabib humbled him, it
absolutely.
ruined everything that he like all of his hype. And then he's like, okay, I kind of got to build it back up. Let me fight Cowboy. Kind of like a knock off the rust fight, and then maybe I could talk my way into a Khabib or Tony fight.
Yeah, I mean, if you look whenever Khabib got up off of him, just the look in his eyes, it, it wasn't a good look.
No.
I think that not. I'm very positive that he humbled him, but
Yeah.
there's a good chance that he broke that man.
Mhm. Mhm.
We'll see whenever he gets in and fights another high quality fighter.
Yeah.
You know,
I
but I
mean,
don't think he should be the winner of this fight. Absolutely not.
no, 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 no. So I mean, brother, I'm excited to see these fights coming up. I'm gonna let you get off here, enjoy your Sunday. Hopefully, get you some rest tonight, brother. And we'll definitely be tuning in. Everybody that is watching right now, you need to go to Showcase MMA Legacy Nightlife on Facebook. Give them a like, give them a share, everything, and tune in and watch stuff grow in the wonderful Eastern Tennessee region of fighting, and just tune in. Brandon, brother, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
And remember, I'm the first call.
You always, always. And my mother said, "Glad to hear things are working. My camera is getting dust on it." So,
Yeah, I'm with her. I get it.
Mama, he can't help
I
it.
want to see. I want to see some stuff too. I, man. It'll all work itself out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, brother, I'm gonna let you get off here, man. Thank you for coming on. Much love, everybody. Go show this man some love. He's about to do big things for this area, brother. See you.
All right, brother, man.
Let's see here, folks. That was Mr. Brandan Watts with Showcase MMA. So go show that man some love. Before I hop off here, I want to show some love for Fight Book MMA for helping us out grow so big. Go check them out. Go show them some love. And Bushido Bags. Go show everybody some love. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good night.